Hello and welcome. This is Penny Sansevieri, and today we're bringing you our red hot tip in honor of the release of Red Hot Internet Publicity, which should be out sometime the end of March, beginning of April. Very excited. This is the fourth edition, the fourth update. We're talking today about Authorship, which is the must-have new SEO tool. So, latest SEO secret, Authorship. What is it? It's a way to connect you with your content, and I'm going to show you in a minute what that looks like. Now, this is different than author rank, and it's different than anything you ever heard. And authorship isn't necessarily just for authors. So anybody who produces content that's online needs this authorship connection. It helps users find you, better visibility in the SERPs, which stands for search engine results. And essentially this is what it looks like. So when you do a search for somebody or for a particular topic or keyword, whatever that is, this will show up with a picture. Now you notice that this, it's very visual, obviously, because as opposed to the regular boring results that we're all used to seeing, now there's a picture and you're much more inclined to select this. So studies show that there is a higher conversion rate for things with images, which is part of the reason why Pinterest has just been so off the charts huge, and why Facebook is changing the way that they're doing their timeline, and everything is becoming much more visual everywhere. So this is important. It's important because, again, this is something that Google is implementing. Okay, this isn't just some random thing that's happening out online. Higher click-through, obviously we just talked about images, better visibility, and this is really a Google game changer, and here's why. So over the last few years, we've seen Google realign their algorithms, and the algorithms in Google is something this is how they sort of formulate their searches, okay, for lack of a better term, and not to get too complex on this webinar. So it's how you come up in search. And if those of you who are into SEO, search engine optimization, you may have heard of the Panda and Penguin updates, which pretty much realign search online. So as to whatever Google does, kind of has a long-reaching effect, like Google Plus, which we'll talk about in a minute, and now this authorship. Okay, so by the end of 2013, I think that you're going to see almost everything sort of realigned with this authorship in that as you're creating content. So it's still important to create high-quality content, relevant content, but now it's also important to make sure that you have your authorship. So why did Google do this? They didn't just do this because they're Google and they could, although some people do say that. They did it because it is a digital signature. It keeps you connected to whatever you're writing. There was a couple of years where people were just creating random content to drive searches, and it didn't have to be relevant. It didn't even have to be coherent. You could stuff an entire article full of keywords and have it ping the search engines. Well, that's now gone. They also did this because they do, obviously they do own Google Plus, and Google Plus is very pervasive because Google owns so many properties, YouTube and obviously biggest search engine, etc. So Google Plus is important, and we'll talk about in a second. You really have to have a Google Plus account in order to be able to do this, actually. And if you have a Gmail account, you probably already have one. You just haven't activated it. In another session, we'll talk about how to use Google Plus and how to use it effectively. So just really quickly, I want to go to talk about off-page SEO, which is off-page search engine optimization. And this is really where the authorship is also going to benefit you, because the more content that you produce out there, so in other words, off of your website, the more traffic that you will drive to your website. And these are some things that are considered off-page search engine optimization. So video. So you're watching this video now probably on YouTube or maybe on our blog, but it's linked into YouTube. That's an off-page SEO because it's a link back to our site. Content. So for example, if you write for a particular site, or you write for iVillage or Huffington Post or wherever, that's content that now comes back to your site. Community. Okay, so social networking communities, Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, those are all off-page SEO pieces. The more of those substantial pieces that you have, meaning significant sites with significant traffic, these can be blogs, websites, social media pages, anything like that, the higher your rank will be. And this remains consistent regardless of the changes that Google makes. So quality incoming links, quality content. And at the end of the day, that's really all that Google is looking for. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to stop people from tricking the system, which candidly isn't fair to any of us. So the only people who really are bothered by the Google algorithm changes are people who are trying to trick the system. So how can you do this? Here's a link that you can click through. You just go over to you can go over to that particular site on Google Plus, and it'll show you how to connect your account. And obviously, you've got to join Google Plus. When you click that, this is what you'll see. So it'll show you exactly how to input your email address and how to confirm this authorship. If it's confusing, which I will tell you that it's easy to do, but sometimes it can be a little bit tricky because Google is changes this process and has changed it a few times. So I actually had my web person go in and do it quickly. It took her maybe 30 minutes. So it's not, as I said, it's not a complicated process at all, but it is a must have. So remember, authorship, the new big hot term in search engine optimization and search engine marketing. And I hope that you all take a chance to do this. As I said in another webinar, we will talk about Google+. If you have any questions, you're free to visit our website. We have tons of information there. You can also email us at info@amarketingexpert.com or give us a call. And I want to remind you all, I've got a book coming out, well, actually a revised edition of Red Hot Internet Publicity coming out by the 1st of April. Hopefully you are already, maybe already have a copy. If you do, thanks so much for buying it. If you don't, go onto Amazon right now and get your copy. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Penny Sansevieri with Author Marketing Experts, and we've been talking about authorship. Have a great day.